rate about fire cider exactly? Well, today in this video, I'm going to go through all of the benefits of fire cider with you. Welcome to True Freedom Permaculture, where I show you all the tips and tricks you need to have a green thumb, even if you weren't born with one. Fire cider is a term that sounds very trendy these days, but like a lot of trendy things, it's actually been around for a very long time. Now, how long exactly? We're unsure. But we do know that Hippocrates prescribed the first oxymel, which is essentially what fire cider is. And don't worry, I'm going to go into what exactly an oxymel is in just a minute here. But he prescribed this back in 400 BCE for expectorancy and freedom of breathing, which I think we can all agree sounds really nice, like something you'd like to have if you don't have it. This is only the first documented prescription of such a thing. So who knows, it could go even further back than that. So as promised, I'm going to explain what an oxymel is. So oxy comes from the Greek word acid, and meli comes from the Greek word for honey. So put them together, acid, honey, oxymel. And like I mentioned, fire cider is a version of that with some additional ingredients that have come along the way. There have been many variations along the way. And the term fire cider really is attributed to Rosemary Gladstar, who's the famous herbalist, and she kind of coined this term back in the 70s, but she's been a huge proponent of saying that fire cider does not belong to any single person. It belongs to everyone, and she herself did not take credit for the term. So my fire cider is actually steeping as we speak. So I made this the other day, and it has to wait for about 4 to 8 weeks or so for it to infuse. See how pretty it is? I like all the different colors, and I'm just keeping it in a cool place, and every day, or realistically whenever I remember to, I walk by it and I give it a shake. So speaking of which, thanks for reminding me. Now, first and foremost, fire cider is fantastic for boosting your immune system. So let's talk about some of the individual ingredients that go into at least my version of fire cider, and we can really see the benefits from that perspective. So we have ginger, we have garlic, we have onions. These are all very warming ingredients, and they have antibacterial properties. They're really going to help you fight off flus and colds, and they're ingredients in a lot of different soups. Think like your grandma's chicken soup, for example. There's a reason why these ingredients often play a part in them. Next, we have horseradish, and horseradish is great for just clearing out the sinuses and opening everything up. As you will know, if you've ever eaten a piece of horseradish, in addition to the first 3 ingredients I mentioned, they all really help to open up and help fight off any congestion that you have. And you will learn this when you are making fire cider. You will experience it for yourself. We also have cayenne pepper, which in addition to ginger really help to get your blood pumping through your system. And the version that I make also has some citrus in it. It has some lemon zest and lemon juice in it, so you're gonna get a boost of vitamin C as well. So let's think about all of these ingredients together. What are some of the things that you're noticing? A lot of them have warming qualities, and they're good for your immune system, and they're good for your digestion, and these are all things that we really want during the cold, wet, damp, and sometimes dry, cooler months. And then also we're eating a lot of heavy food, so it's great to help your digestive system out a bit. So that's why I pretty much only take this during the winter. Not to say you couldn't take it during the rest of the year, but this is something that my body really craves when it gets really cold outside. And what I do is, when the fire cider is ready, just take like a shot glass full. They say about 1 to 2 ounces, and a standard US shot glass is 1.5 ounces, and just kind of sip on this throughout the day. My favorite time to take some in is when I'm shoveling snow. I take a little bit before I go outside, and I take a little bit when I come back in, and it helps me warm up because it does get really chilly and damp no matter how good you're bundled up out there. Now, for one of my upcoming videos, I am going to show you exactly how I make this fire cider from start to finish. It's really easy, so make sure that you keep an eye out for that. In the meantime, if you're looking for something else that has a healing quality to it, have you ever heard of calendula? Calendula has a wonderful amount of healing properties. It's very soothing for the skin. And in this video coming up on the screen, I show you 3 different ways to use calendula in order to help heal your skin. So if that interests you, go ahead and check it out, and I'll meet you over there. I'll see you again soon.